Yeah, hi. I'm back on to working on the airbag plates and stuff. From my last video on the airbags, you would have noticed that I was a little bit concerned about the airbags coming into contact with the nuts coming through the plate for the U-bolt. And so I kind of thought about it, and I've decided to extend the plate along. I've taken this is where the axle sits against, so I've just taken them off, and I've just cut a plate out of scrap that I had lying around. I'm just going to weld it, and yeah, onto the plate, and that should resolve that issue, or that possibility. It's sometimes better to be safe than sorry, and even if it means undoing some of the work that you've done, in the long run you know that you're not going to have a problem. So it's only set me back a little bit, and so I'll be putting them in and then pulling that top rail out to adjust that into the right position, and then I'll finish weld the top rail, and then I think that'll be it. Anyway, I shall continue. Right, so I've tack welded them in place, and now I'm just going to check to make sure everything's all in the right place, and then I'll finish weld that when I do the top rail. So yeah. Yep, here we are again. Done the leaf springs. I've had them, one of them reset because it sagged a little bit on one side. Not entirely sure why, just weight I suppose. So one's been propped up about 35 mil or 40 mil. The driver's side, that one. And we're just, yeah, pretty much been cleaning up all the parts that we've taken off, and I'm getting them all ready to spray paint, and ready to reassemble everything. So that's all going according to plan at this point. The next thing I'm going to do underneath is put body deadener and rust seal along the chassis and so on. So I've got to pull that LPG tank out, which is under there. You can't quite see it. That's got to come down and out of the way so we can get in there. I'll tidy up some of this wiring, maybe replace the LPG hosing. Yeah, so plenty to do. Alrighty, so it's been a while since I've had a chance to do much on the ambo. The weather's been a bit iffy here and there. And as you can see, what we've managed to do is we've got the tank out and everything else out of the way for just, you know, basically while I'm underneath doing all this stuff, I'm taking advantage of it being up so high. I'm planning on fabricating some sort of jacking point, which is going to be further back here somewhere, so that the next time I decide to do something under here, I don't have to sort of be all the way under here onto this chassis rail here, because it is, yeah, they're kind of in the way, these pylons that I made up, and I prefer them to be right on the edge of the body somewhere. So yeah, I've got to extend the chassis rail somehow. I've got to work that out. That's not hard, it's just a bit of figuring out. So this has all been cleaned up and it's ready for some under seal. So I want to protect the woodwork and the floor and the chassis as much as possible. The chassis is in pretty good nick. I'm pretty happy about that. No apparent rust. These were all rust proofed originally for ambulance service. and the tactile rust proofing is good for about 15 years, I think, from memory, so it's well past its use by date, and you get little patches like that where it's just sort of worn off and the rust starts coming through, so, and you know, along those edges and stuff like that where the tactiles come off. So yeah, I might as well do it again, and it's an opportunity to clean up and paint all the parts, which is what my son is doing at the moment. Oh. Yeah, it's working on the leaf springs for me. This is Caleb, my son. Been very helpful, helping me out painting these parts. All of the connector brackets and stuff from underneath have been all sorted out and painted. And what else? Oh, and of course we've got the LPG tank out. Mainly because I wanted to resituate the framing a little bit, but there's also a couple of surface rust spots through the powder coating here and there, so I want to hit them with rust kill and just make sure there's no more rust sort of spreading around. Protect the tank as long as possible. Of course, I've got to take that one out to get tested. So yeah, things have been moving along rather slowly but surely. Hopefully we'll be able to get this thing a warrant before Christmas. We've got about 2 weeks to fix up some rust and this and that, so hopefully we get some good weather and no problems.